Solo back in the building. Let's get it. T.I., 50 Cent. T.I. drops a 50 Cent diss record. At least a snippet has hit the internet.
I know that we ain't trying to pretend that the king won't get a sledgehammer for an insect.
Now, this comes after a long overdue grudge match between the two guys. Now, people may not realize this, but 50 Cent and T.I. have been taking shots at each other for about a decade now. You got to go back as early as 2015 when 50 Cent was even questioning T.I.'s credibility. They was talking about this whole allegation of snitching around that time, and T.I. showing up on a Crime Stop commercial. And of course, it was counter-narrative to the overall brand of T.I., right? Of course, you guys know around Paper Trail, T.I. was doing every damn thing he could to stay out in these streets, especially being able to have a career. So T.I. eventually did shoot back, and he talked about putting up the catalogs, and he said, my catalog is better than yours. And eventually Tony Yayo jumped into the comment section, and it just became this weird thing that looked like nothing was going to really happen, but they clearly had some sort of issues with each other. Nothing else came out of the situation. That was pretty much it, other than some light jabs here and there. And then they're allegedly, between the two, this is what Clifford is saying, that they agreed to do a versus with each other. Clifford is saying that we damn near shook hands on it on some J. Cole and Cameron friendship bracelet type stuff. Now, T.I. sat down with Gilly the Kid, who was looking nervous at the time, and T.I. was letting some steam off. He said, look, basically, I don't respect dude. I don't want to be on stage with dude. And y'all saw Gilly the Kid was looking a little bit nervous when he was talking about, man, so y'all talked about it.
Goofy.
So y'all talked about it, you saying? You went out there.
Years ago. Years ago we spoke about it.
I think it'd be a great battle, though.
You saw Wallow was quiet. Now, Wallow's not really the type of guy he's going to get real nervous, but if he understands what it is, he's going to be a little bit more quiet because 50 Cent is out here collecting podcasters' rent. Where's the rent money, Jim Jones? All right, you're evicted.
More than just a gangster.
So in that regard, you can even see the energy there of classic 50 Cent being a bully to the industry guys. Well, you know, T.I. has never really had accepted any bullies, especially throughout his career outside of the feds, right? So T.I. just kept talking. He didn't really care. He said, overall, I don't respect dude. Now, here we are. 50 Cent is trolling, of course, the routine, you know, the Kansas City shuffle, the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll. I'm going to duck that man-to-man T.I. jab, and I'm going to slide on over and uppercut your woman. And that's exactly what 50 Cent did, start going in on Tiny, and this wouldn't really be the first time. Interestingly enough, Tiny, T.I., 50 Cent, and Floyd Mayweather, they got like some past life karma with each other because they keep being wrapped up with each other somewhere, somehow. We got to make a way about this ghetto. So T.I. decides to respond with an audio snippet of him going in on 50 Cent, or at least it's looking like he's about to do that. Now, I'm not going to lie to you all. So far, the two tracks from T.I.'s upcoming Say It Last album, they sound fire. I got to keep it real with you. It sounds fire, and I'm very interested in seeing where he's going to take it. But here's the thing with 50 Cent and the usual shoulder roll Mayweather tactics that he normally does. He's able to do that kind of with some of the other guys that may not have the same successful career. But T.I. is a whole nother beast, a whole nother animal, and he doesn't really care like that. And he's not in under the jurisdiction of the rest of the East Coast rappers or the New York rappers like Jim Jones. T.I. seems to be his own free man, and I've told you guys this before. 50 Cent actually does struggle with a lot of the Southern rappers that have a huge career. I mean, T.I. had a bigger career than Rick Ross, and 50 Cent was struggling with Rick Ross. Still to this day, 50 Cent has not able to get the crowd to feel he's funnier than Rick Ross. Now, to be fair, I think the conversation did happen. I think 50 Cent understood that after Get Rich or Die Trying, I'm going to be really rolling into a lot of gay bodybuilder music. Candy shop, amusement park, you know, that type of stuff. Ha 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 ha. T.I.'s stance is that he doesn't mind promoting a wrestling match. He doesn't mind getting into the idea of using a bit of beef, a little bit of, you know, discourse publicly to get things cooking. But I think for him, he didn't really respect the idea that 50 Cent was moonwalking his ass up out of there like Michael Jack. And so in that regard, T.I. does feel he has the better catalog. My personal opinion is that, you know, it would literally be a wash, you know, outside of Get Rich or Die Trying. But once you get past the Get Rich or Die Trying, you don't have G-Unit, You don't have a good relationship with Lloyd Banks, which is why Lloyd Banks would have been a good front man to definitely intercept the play when Fabulous got that shot off on 50 Cent with that excellent freestyle, which is one of the reasons why I always knew 50 Cent was going to spin the block back around and affect business somewhere. T.I.'s not in that situation. He's not Jim Jones. He's not Gilly the Kid. He's not in the jurisdiction of 50 Cent as far as being in New York, and T.I. just don't really care like that. Not only that, he's had a very successful career, and let's be real, we know 50 Cent can't rap better than T.I. End of story. All right, I mean, that's really where it's going to be. We know what the usual shoulder roll move that 50 going to do. He going to call Tiny ugly. T.I.'s kid's going to come out there. Then 50 Cent probably going to AI the little boy, probably talk about his lips or whatever the case is, his looks. He's going to take the Instagram. Then 50 Cent is going to retract and possibly disappear and try to wait for a moment to somewhere affect T.I. directly, which I don't really feel that's going to happen because they don't seem to have any direct engagement with each other. One could argue is that Jim Jones was a sitting duck. My personal opinion. I mean, if you're in New York, you don't have the same level of success with your career like 50 Cent. Not only that, it's on record that you crossed your man Cameron out in the middle of the Dipset G-Unit beef.
Your man Jim Jones right here bought you the biggest record of last year, right?
Oh yeah, we had a nice time last year.
What we call that one?
I was balling, we still balling. What's poppin', big baby?
So it's kind of like Jim Jones was like a sitting duck out here, and there was too much to use against him. Outside of the Crime Stop commercial, outside of you calling his wife ugly, you gotta really think about it. What else would 50 Cent have for T.I.? Because actually at some point in time, he's gonna say, hey, get your big ass into the booth, and we know 50 Cent can't do that. One thing about 50 Cent, he's always going to be collecting enemies and nemesis and ops and competitors like Pokemon. Drop your comments below. Please share your thoughts on anything I've discussed in this video. Y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.
Because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow.
Oh my God, who's this? Elvie?
And I sing
We are all the same. We are all the same. More group days.
Coming through your airwaves. All right, now I'm here to kick the ballistics. Check out Thought Crimes. Are you following me? Coming through your airwaves. Coming through your airwaves. You ain't gonna get me with that one.
To this day. To this day.
You shouldn't turn your back on me.
Is that a challenge?
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Black folks are nosy. They have specials. Nosy specials. Why does a bee make honey? You ain't a bee. Why do you give a fuck?